Ladies and gentlemen, a very, very good afternoon to all of you. I'm Mandira Bedi and I'm your host for this afternoon. I'd like to extend a warm welcome to our dear media friends, our partners and fans, and I thank you for gracing this event with your presence to witness yet another ravishing launch by OPPO India. Continuing its legacy as a global technology innovator, OPPO's brand philosophy has connected well with consumers, especially millennials. With a plethora of tech innovations, OPPO has stood at the helm of cutting-edge technologies by introducing Reno series in 2019. The series that has established many firsts across the globe. Since its launch, the Reno series has exemplified creativity, spontaneity, and youthful spirit that has connected well with consumers around the globe. But what is in store for us today? As you are all aware, OPPO has always pushed boundaries and gone above and beyond by introducing several industry-first technologies. And that's not it. The brand has been focusing on bringing customer-centric innovation for the Indian market, catering to the ever-evolving needs of the Indian consumer. To take us through OPPO's roadmap and its vision to be a leader in the Indian smartphone market, I would like to invite on stage the newest member of the OPPO India leadership team, Mr. Elvis Zhou, President of OPPO India.
Thank you. Hello, namaste everyone. Welcome to yet another exciting launch by OPPO. I'm Elvis Zhou. I want to take this opportunity to thank our media friends, partners, and fans for their continued support. To all the OPPO fans who are watching us live across India, thank you for joining us today. 2019 has been a remarkable growth year for OPPO. According to the ITC research, OPPO became the world's fourth largest brand of smartphones, with an 88.4% year-on-year growth in Q4 2019. Thank you. These growth figures are proof of our efforts to bring in industry-first innovative technologies and products for our consumers in India. Through our products, we keep changing the future of innovation. And today, we are taking one step closer to the future. India has always been the key priority market for OPPO, and we are working on three main strategies, namely innovation of technology, building multi-portal ecosystem, offering consumer-centric service. We believe these strategies will help us seize the moment and deliver brand new, incredible user experience in the era of intelligent connectivity, and showcasing that OPPO goes beyond being a smartphone company. To begin with, we remain committed to the core technology by tapping the full potential of our R&D. Last year, OPPO announced an investment of $7 billion to develop the innovative technologies. Thank you. Spanning hardware, software, and systems. In line with that, our local R&D center in Hyderabad is constantly working towards the development of these next-gen technologies. We are delighted to announce that India R&D Center is setting up a big communication lab for 5G, camera, and system to provide advanced solutions to our consumers. In fact, we have been making great headway in 5G technology. OPPO is the first smartphone brand to launch the first commercial 5G smartphone in Europe market. India R&D Center is not only working with the Indian carriers, but also with the overseas carriers like Orange, Vodafone, and Tesla to support our 5G globally for our upcoming Find X2. Constant innovation, backed by a strong R&D, has created a rapidly growing market for OPPO. And this time is no exception, as we bring Reno3 Pro with the world's first 44MP dual-point hole camera, clear in every shot. Second, building a multi-portal ecosystem of intelligent devices. With the development of 5G, smartphones and other smart devices play an important role and became part of our daily life, starting from personal, home, office, to travel. And this will make our ecosystem stronger with the intelligent connectivity, centered around the people's needs for a smart and connected lifestyle. Today, I'm thrilled to launch two wireless stereo products, Encore Free and Encore W31. And you will be excited to know that we will have a smart watch coming in this year as well. Finally, offering the consumer-centric service has always been the priority for us at OPPO. As you know, the core features of smartphones mostly similar, but the consumers' needs are diverse. Here is where having the consumer-centric service comes into play. For instance, catch on the pulse of consumers regards to data security. We became the first smartphone brand adopt DigiLocker service called DocBart in ColorOS 7. Thank you. Meanwhile, striving for personalized and consumer-centric innovation, I'm also pleased to announce the launch of OPPO Cash. A new offering will take the online financial service to the next level. Beyond the smart devices, ASIN smart service with the OPPO Cash is a key priority for us in our effort to provide overall experience to our consumers. OPPO has had a wonderful journey since we entered the Indian market in 2013. And we hope we can keep delighting the Indian consumers and creating infinite possibilities with you all. That's all from my side. To explain more, I would like to invite Sumit on the stage now. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much, Elvis, for setting the context for the day. Hello and good afternoon, everyone. And it gives me great pleasure to see a full house today. I would like to take this opportunity to build further on how OPPO is committed to bringing not only products with cutting-edge technology, but also life-enhancing services for our Indian consumers. But before I do that, I would like to go back and talk about how we will be taking forward the legacy of Reno series with the launch of Reno3 Pro. Last year, we had observed that there is surge in consumers wanting to upgrade to advanced features. And to meet their needs, we launched Reno 10X and Reno2 series with world-first innovations, such as the pop-up camera in a shark fin design, the world's first pop-up camera with video bokeh mode, and 10X hybrid zoom. The Reno series offerings have truly spoken for themselves, exceeding customers' expectations. And as per the latest IDC report, OPPO became the leader in mid-premium segment with 26.8% market share. Not just this, the Reno series has become synonymous with trendy technology for millennials. As a matter of fact, the Reno series offers technology that will be a game changer in the smartphone industry. And friends, Reno3 Pro will offer more when it comes to design, camera, and technology. And staying true to our commitment, today, we proudly bring yet another world-first innovation in Reno3 Pro with 44 megapixel dual punch hole camera, which is making its global debut in India today. India is the first country in the world, yet again, to experience this latest innovation from OPPO. To tell you about the capabilities of Reno3 Pro, we have experts from fields of photography, fashion, and technology to tell us about their experience with the Reno3 Pro. To begin with, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome on stage our first expert for the afternoon, the ace celebrity and fashion photographer, Mr. Dabu Ratnani.
Thank you.
Hi, Dabu. How are you doing?
Good. How are you doing this afternoon?
I'm good.
Super.
So I must tell everyone before we start about his experience with the Reno3 Pro that I've been a big fan of his photography skills. And I'm sure you would want to know what was his experience with the Reno3 Pro.
So yeah, I've been using the phone for quite a few days now, and I must say OPPO's done a great job with the device, yeah, for sure.
It's a pleasure to hear such words from you, Dabu.
Thank you, and thank you everyone for having me here. So needless to say, first of all, when I got the hands on I got my hands on the smartphone, my first go-to thing was to check out the cameras. I mean, that's what I do. So the Reno3 Pro, I took a lot of pictures with them. I took a lot of pictures, and can I show you some of them? Yep. So I was really excited to use the dual punch hole camera for the first time. It was something very new for me as well, and I loved the way the texture, the absolute feel of the pictures coming through, very, very real, and every detail was captured absolutely precisely. That's what I really loved about the shots. You know, without any additional lighting, without anything, these were shot in just pure daylight, and this is what we got from this.
Well, Dabu, that's possible because we have equipped the front camera with a 44 megapixel lens to give you ultra clear pictures.
Right.
We've also got an additional 2 megapixel lens to give you that depth of field. So you know, it analyzes the subject, the background, the foreground, and the processor is able to adjust the blur degree of different layers to achieve that kind of image matting and give you a background gradient.
So on that note, I'd like to share some more pictures and videos that we had done with the Reno3 Pro lens. And in fact, that was shot with the night mode, with really dim lighting, with the ultra night mode. And it's the selfie mode which I got the model to pose for. So with the mode, which is normal mode, and with the ultra selfie night mode, that's what we got. The lighting was really dark. It was shot in the night. It was just a source of one neon light, which you can see in her glasses as well. Absolutely dim lighting, and that's what we get, you know. So it's commendable, the kind of result I managed to get with just one light there.
It's an awesome click, actually. So let me tell everyone what the Reno3 Pro's front camera does in the night mode to get such kind of stunning pictures. So Dabu, you know that the phone is able to take multiple photos at a time for real-time stacking in HDR. It applies brightness and definition protection to human faces through facial recognition. And it picks up key characteristics for comparison, image alignment, as well as that vibration correction when I have a shake when you're taking a selfie to generate such kind of perfect selfies.
Right. I'm sure the audience is well aware that, when we shoot in the night or we shoot in low light situations, the images either go really dark, or when we use a fill-in flash, sometimes it completely burns out, the contrast. Sometimes you can't even see the subject, it gets so overexposed. But like in this case, you could see, it looks very, very balanced, it looks very natural, and still we retain the detail in the background and the foreground in the same image. So, that's commendable, and that kind of detail was only possible with this lens. Yeah.
So do you have any tips for all of us to be able to click pictures like that?
Yeah, for sure. I think lighting is key. For me, everything depends on the lighting, to control the brightness, the darkness, the whole atmosphere, the ambience of a shot always depends on the kind of lighting. So it's important to control and manipulate the right lighting. Even whenever you all do a picture, choose the lighting very carefully. That's the main thing, to retain the texture, the vibrancy, the realness in the picture, the kind of depth that you can get. All is subject to the lighting with a great lens, of course.
Lighting, that's a valuable one for all of us. So moving ahead, Dabu, I'm sure Dabu would hate to agree that the consumer is not just stopping at still pictures. They want more to be able to stand out. And taking a cue from this time, with the Reno3 Pro, we have introduced the video bokeh mode.
Yes.
Which obviously helps you capture bokeh video in a movie-like quality. The intent is to let the subject take all the attention and blur the rest. So Dabu is a true craftsman, as we all know, at capturing pictures, but we also took our hands and shot some few.
Oh, nice.
Are these good?
Not bad at all.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
So me and my team as well shot some of these, some of the videos and lots of stills, and that's shot by us. And like you see with the 44 megapixel dual punch hole camera, we managed to blur out the background and keep the subject in sharp focus. And all the clutter of the background gets completely lost, and you get a great depth of field and retains all the depth, the clarity in the image, almost like a DSLR kind of a look to it. And yeah, you see great detail, consistency in colors. Works great.
Totally with you. Actually, it happens because of the dual lens bokeh algorithm that we have on the front camera. It actually has got a binocular effect by sharpening the edges and producing a background gradient for such kind of stellar videography experience. So what next? What next should we speak about?
The rear camera?
Let's go for it.
Of course. So usually, my complaint about rear cameras is sometimes you don't get the detail, you don't get the clarity. And here, I actually shot the same image in 1x and right up to 20x. Right up to the hair, the detail was maintained, which is quite incredible to kind of get that consistency in colors. You can see the water, the clarity, the eyes, everything was absolutely sharp focused. And we got some great color consistency, which is really, really important. Yeah.
I must say, Dabu, you actually did something that even we couldn't do with the Reno3 Pro.
Thank you.
But it becomes all the more special when in the hands of a real pro. So as you all know, Reno series is actually known for its unmatched zooming capabilities. And with the Reno3 Pro, we have continued to take the legacy forward. And Dabu, we have given the new 64 megapixel quad cam and 20x zoom. So the rear quad camera module includes a 13 megapixel telephoto lens. It's got a 64 megapixel ultra clear primary lens, a 2 megapixel mono lens, and also an 8 megapixel ultra wide angle lens. And the Reno3 Pro also offers a 5x hybrid zoom and up to 20x digital zoom.
Can't ask for more.
But one of the other things that I want to highlight is that Reno3 Pro has also got the capability to shoot up to 108 megapixel clear photographs. What we've got is a multi-frame composition solution which can interpolate low pixels to high resolution pixels, and you can get the minutest of details with 108 megapixel clarity. Let's watch a video to know more. have played with the camera, you would have definitely got some 108 megapixel photographs.
For sure, that's what I do. Absolutely. So I captured this with the same 108 megapixel camera, and in terms of getting the clarity, the detail in the monument, the model, the light, highlights to the shadows, everything was perfectly captured. The consistency, what I keep talking about the Reno3 Pro camera, was absolutely amazing. It looks like a DSLR. It doesn't look like a smartphone shot.
But you know what? Our content creators, our young millennials, are not even stopping at this. With access to smartphones in all times, have left to them capturing moments on the move.
I know.
And to meet that need, we have introduced an ultra-steady video 2.0 with the Reno3 Pro, and it comes with electronic image stabilization, or commonly known as the EIS. I think you would know much about the EIS. Yep. So with this, the Reno3 Pro ensures a 1080p, 60 FPS stable video quality on the ultra-steady video mode.
Right.
And what the EIS does is, it can accurately sense and remove the direction and amplitude of vibration to further enhance that stability on image shooting. Besides, this time, we've upped the ante. And with the Reno3 Pro, we have upgraded the anti-shake video standard to 1080p 30 FPS on the ultra-steady video Pro mode. Yeah. Now, if you look at the video behind, you will see that while it is shot while moving, the video looks amazingly steady, and the blurriness has been minimized to give you that perfectly stable video. Isn't that great, Abu?
It's amazing. I in fact took it one step further. I used the ultra dark mode, and believe me, the lighting was bare minimal, and that's what I got. Let the pictures speak. You can just see what it looks like in terms of capturing night shots, capturing like almost no light there. Yeah?
That's an awesome shot, Dabu. Actually, thanks to our own algorithm, the Reno3 Pro can automatically switch modes on brightness. So when the illumination is actually lower than 1 lux, the phone will turn on the ultra dark mode automatically.
Yeah.
And you can capture clear photos in the dark. So if you look at some shots at the back, these are all shot by the Reno3 Pro. And if you notice, at 0.1 lux, the objects are still visible, and at such lighting conditions, the human eye cannot even see.
I love this tech talk. Yeah. Give me more of it.
So the tech is that we've got multiple frames of photos being captured simultaneously. And these multiple frames then go to the processor for further operation. And the best input is selected with AI scene. And we've got a dedicated APU, which applies an AI algorithm to accelerate and to negate those noise points with the AI noise model. And that's what helps us get those bright and clear picture and capture the dark, which even the human eye cannot see. And trust me, like we saw, the before and after comparison when you do a photography in the ultra dark mode, it'll amaze you. Let's have a look at the video to see how this magic happens.
There's a lot of stuff that goes on in there, yeah?
It does. Any final comments from your side for the Reno3 Pro?
Incredible. This device delivers so much more than it promises. I'm very, very impressed, I must say.
Thank you so much that you loved it and coming here and sharing your experience with us. Thank you. Those are some awesome pictures.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Let's move to my favorite part, design. Our Reno series has set some serious benchmark with its stylish appearance and breathtaking design. Taking this legacy forward, we present to you the Reno3 Pro, which is yet another example of craftsmanship and unique design. And who better to talk about it than the design expert himself? Any guesses, anyone? So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on stage ace fashion designer, Mr. Manish Arora. Hi Manish, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, Sumit, and thank you so much for having me here.
Manish, I believe you've been using the Reno3 Pro for some time. So tell us about your experience. But before you do that, tell me, what does a good design mean to you?
Well, good design is very subjective, but personally for me, good design comes in unibody, something that is simple yet elegant.
Well, you caught us here, Manish. Actually, to keep the design elegant, we have introduced the Reno3 Pro with a dual punch hole camera. So the design of the dual punch hole display brings OPPO's aesthetics to the next level again. It's simple, it's clean, it's smooth, and it comes in a lighter and thinner package. I must also tell you, the Reno3 Pro comes with a full HD 6.4-inch Super AMOLED display, which gives you a brightness of 800 nits. And not just this, the design of the Reno3 Pro lets you get in your palms rightly, and it's as light as 175 grams and as slim as 8.1 mm, which just makes it the slimmest Reno series smartphone till date.
Well, that's really sleek and slim. Sumit, now, I want to move to my favorite part, color. We all know that India is a land of color. Home to Holi, a country whose love for color extends to not only to the famous architecture, but even its culinary traditions.
That's true.
So having the right colors is a must for a good design, especially in a country like India. You know what I mean, right?
Of course we do.
But before that, as a designer, let me tell you something. The most important aspect of good design is that it should go with your look anytime, anywhere, but still make you stand out in the crowd. And I'm happy to say that Reno3 Pro does it absolutely right.
Wow, feels great to hear that coming from you, actually.
Well, moving back to colors, tell me one thing. What was the motivation behind such attractive colors?
Okay, before I tell you about the colors, I want to understand from you, what defines the right colors for you?
Well, my answer is simple, Sumit. Good color comes from nature.
Well then, let me tell everyone that the Reno3 Pro comes in 3 unique colors. We have the sky white, the auroral blue, and the midnight sky, all inspired by the art of nature. The sky white color is inspired by the mix of light breaking through clouds and the fresh morning mist. The auroral blue is inspired by the night sky formed by the northern lights, an amazingly appealing gradient and texture that makes the color whole agile. The midnight black is our take on sophistication, inspired by the midnight sky, and it mimics a starry moonlit light with a dash of flicker and life. Let's look at have a video of the colors.
Rightly said, Sumit. The colors are simply unpretentious and fashioned out of use of nature.
I'm glad you liked it. Thank you so much, Manish, for sharing your experience with us. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Once again, Dabu and Manish, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts about the Reno3 Pro. Next up, we have some great stuff to talk about with a very special expert who's had a fair share of playtime with the device and is here to tell us about his experience. Please welcome the international expert, Arun Mani, aka Mr. Who's the Boss. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Great to have you, Arun. How are you doing?
Thank you, Sumit. And to every single person in this room, it's an honor to be here in India.
So Arun, I hear you've been using the Reno3 for a while now. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so I've been using the Reno3 Pro since mid-January. So as much as I love keeping a secret, this one's been a little long. So I'm actually kind of glad we've got someone to talk about it with.
I'm all here.
My first impression was that the Reno3 Pro, I was wrong about it. I remember thinking that I'd seen every possible smartphone gradient finish in the world. But here's another one. My personal favorite color is the Aurora Blue. I think that the phone looks genuinely distinct in a market that's actually quite crowded.
Glad to hear that, Arun. See, Reno3 Pro carries our mission of bringing more technology from lab to everyday life. And that's why we have packaged the Reno3 Pro in such a way, it just simply betters the overall experience. So Techmaster, tell us where you want to start us from. Processor?
Sure, why not? You probably already know, the phone is powered by the Helio P95 chipset. That's a world first, which is never a bad thing.
You're absolutely right, it is. The Helio P95 is capable of up to 2.2 gigahertz of clock speed, and the P95 comes with APU 2.0, enabling real-time enhancements and augmentations in photography, video, and much more.
Good to know. I've also been told the fingerprint scanner is better.
Yep, we've upgraded it. We've got the hidden fingerprint unlock 3.0 this time, which is actually a fraud-based prevention and also gives faster recognition, delivering more secure unlocking within just 0.3 seconds. So Arun, why don't you tell us what was your overall experience with the Reno3 Pro?
So that SoC is combined with 8 gigs of RAM, 256 gigs of storage,
That's right.
and a pretty generous battery. So I feel that it's got a solid performance foundation. It's got that on-demand performance. If you wanted to pull up Call of Duty Mobile, for example, you can do that. But what I was more impressed by is the fact that it can sustain that performance. So in the month and a half I've been using the phone, it hasn't actually died on me once.
Well, that was the intent. We've packed it with a 4,025 milliampere battery and coupled it with the new 30-watt Whoop Flash Charge 4.0. And it's like you go to 0 to 50% in just 20 minutes and full charge in flat 56 minutes. You know, Arun, we also observed a new trend last year where we started getting almost PC-like games on the smartphone. You know, at that point, we realized that we had to work on the GPU part. What are your thoughts about that?
Yeah, definitely. I think there's a lot of smartphone applications where there's a higher return from upgrading the GPU as opposed to the CPU.
Exactly. So what we did is we removed that bottleneck by working on the GPU part, which enhances the Reno3 Pro's Hyper Boost. And you know what? The Reno3 Pro's Hyper Boost now can accelerate frame rate and touch responsiveness. So the frame rate goes up by 38%, and the touch responsiveness is up by 16%. Isn't that cool?
That's cool. But something I really care about, actually, I'm going to go ahead and say this is a deal breaker for me. Speakers. I don't want a phone with bad speakers. So what have you done about this with the Reno3 Pro?
Well, if there's no good sound, it doesn't come on our phone. What we've done is we've equipped the Reno3 Pro with the Dolby Atmos for that well-rounded and rich audio experience. But we haven't stopped there, Arun. We've gone on from audio to video, and we've got 1080p streaming happening on the Netflix, which actually enables you to get full HD streaming content anytime, anywhere.
Interesting you say that. Something that I've noticed as someone who sees a lot of people in the tech crowd is that I get the feeling that people are moving away from watching movies, long-form content. I feel like attention spans are falling, and people prefer now to watch Instagram video or TikTok. What do you think?
I agree with that. In the video content creation space, we realized that consumers are creating a lot of short format content. So what we've done is we've gone ahead and introduced something that we call as the OSIE. It's the first proprietary technology platform which can actually enhance short video contents on the phone. But coming back to gaming, since you yourself are an avid gamer, are there any pain points you face while gaming?
Yeah, so obviously performance. But apart from that, one of the big ones that I see overlooked is overheating. And overheating is a bit of a double-edged blade, because on one hand, you don't want your phone to get hot. It's uncomfortable to hold. But the underestimated part is the throttling. If your phone gets too hot, the chipset will often throttle its performance to try and keep its thermals under control.
Bang on, he's actually right. So you want the best out of the processor, but you want to keep the temperature of the device low. So what we've done is we've taken 3 technologies and put it on the Reno3 Pro. We've got the cooling gel, we've got the triple graphite layering, and we've got copper pipes to manage the device's temperature. And you must be happy to know that under the same circumstances, the device temperature can be brought down by nearly 13%. And if you have the temperature down, you can get a hassle-free and a lag-free experience on gaming, even during long gaming sessions.
Yeah, I've definitely noticed it's not a culprit for overheating. Before I go, I want to talk about ColorOS, because I think ColorOS, having used this phone, is one of the fastest improving software skins on Android. One of the first things I noticed was that the customization is vast. I pulled up live wallpapers that interact with your touches. There are so many of them. You've got granular control over icons that I would say it genuinely rivals third-party launchers.
Well, yes, we have been working tirelessly to get that ColorOS, upgraded so that consumers can get a much better experience. And we've given a major comprehensive upgrade on the ColorOS. Let's have a look at the video. We follow what we call as an infinite design concept on the brand new ColorOS 7, and it unveils like a refreshed, effortless experience. It actually includes a lightweight visual approach, enhanced graphics, and much more. And you know what? We haven't stopped there. We've given live wallpapers, which respond to your gestures and can change the time, making that visual experience extremely lively.
Yeah, I can vouch for that. And one of the things I did really like is the dark mode on the phone. And I would go as far to say that it is as good, if not better, than Google's own implementation.
Well, that's a big one for us. Thank you. We'll acknowledge that. So dark mode implementation, actually the intent was to make it the best in the industry. It also helps us getting the battery life up by nearly 38%. But Arun, along with the dark mode, what we've also done is we've introduced a multi-user mode and a 3-finger screenshot for that much better convenience. And ladies and gentlemen, because of the fact that we are in India and ColorOS must give a differentiated experience for consumers, our lab in Hyderabad has also worked to give that localized solution that Elvis spoke about, and we've got Doc Vault happening, which actually makes your documents legible. Isn't that impressive?
That's impressive.
So thank you, Arun, for your time and sharing your experience from a technology perspective.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
That's all we have for the Reno3 Pro. But that's not it. As Elvis mentioned earlier, we are more than just a smartphone company. Let's trace it backwards, 40 years ago, when we began trading in landlines for the freedom of wireless telephones, and then to 20 years ago, when we shook off network cables in favor of Wi-Fi. And now, we're in the year of 2020, freeing ourselves from wires yet once again in the form of wireless audio. Today, we will be further expanding our smart devices portfolio with the launch of OPPO Enco Free and Enco W31 wireless headphones, which will add a wave of new features, new designs, and new strengths to wireless audio for all the music buffs in India. OPPO Enco Free is built to work seamlessly with your smartphone to deliver mind-blowing audio performance and wireless freedom. We are proud to say that OPPO Enco Free headphones are the industry's first truly wireless headphones embedded with ultra-dynamic speakers. What's impressive about these 13.4 dynamic speakers is the use of dual magnetic circuits and FPC lever, technology that is normally reserved for high-end full-size speakers. As a perfect pair for your smartphone, the OPPO Enco Free also comes with AI noise cancellation for calls, making sure your voice is heard clearly on the other side, even under noisy surroundings. Not just this, the Enco Free comes with 2 ear tip options. The semi-in-ear tip allows for greater breathability and comfort, while the in-ear tips provide an extra secure fit without feeling invasive. Not only that, the Enco Free headphones can play music up to 25 hours, long enough to accompany you even for a full day. Let's see a video to know more about the wonders of the true Enco wireless headphones.
I feel the freedom in your voice. It's like my ears have no choice. It's a young heart.
To cater to the most active and dynamic users, we are also launching the OPPO Enco W31 headphones. These headphones are built with extra secure in-ear design, stronger water and dust resistance, and enhanced bass module for a truly wireless audio experience. That was all on the product offerings. Let's move to services. At OPPO, we understand that innovation is the name of the game when it comes to staying relevant in the smartphone industry. It is necessary to take chances and make human lives easier while constantly offering more value in new ways. The smartphones, as we know it, is just the first step to living a better life for many. Moving on, let me tell you our new service that is set to redefine financial experience in the country. Following a consumer-centric approach, we aspire to make financial transactions such as borrowing money and making investments available at just the click of a button. Without further ado, I would like to reveal our new financial service, OPPO Cash. With an amalgamation of financial services, technological expertise, and massive distribution, OPPO Cash will not only accelerate financial inclusion, but also do so with a lower cost of acquisition, service, and education. With OPPO Cash, we aim to provide an end-to-end financial solution available in the palm of your hand. Our aim is to have 10 million customers in the next 5 years on the platform having used either of our financial services worth 50,000 crore value. With this new initiative, we will be the first smartphone brand to offer comprehensive mutual platform on the go. To further bolster our platform, we have partnered with 20 asset management companies to offer multiple schemes for different investors. With OPPO Cash, we aim to become the biggest disruptors in financial services by building a sustainable enterprise based on 3 core values: small and easy, data privacy, and customer security. The app, which is currently in its beta stage, comes with 5 products: mutual funds, Freedom SIP, personal loans, business loans, and screen insurance. The most unique offering from OPPO Cash is the Freedom SIP, a product offering in collaboration with ICICI Prudential that can yield a consumer a return of 1.5 to 3 times of their investments. The app will be available starting today on both Play Store as well as the OPPO App Store for all phones. That's all from me for now. Thank you.
OPPO Cash, the Enco W31. Exciting stuff indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Mr. Sumit Walia for that power-packed presentation. And of course, a big, big thank you to our experts. Thank you very much for sharing your experiences and your expertise, Manish, Dabu, and Arun. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you'd agree that the Reno3 Pro doesn't just tick off all the boxes, but it goes above and beyond in every department. So now let's take a quick look at this video which captures all the endless possibilities of the Reno3 Pro. Here we go. How about a round of applause for that? And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment all of you have been waiting for, the price reveal. And for that, we'd like to invite on stage once again Sumit. We don't give you too much of a break. Can we have Sumit Walia back on stage for this big moment, the reveal of the price of the Reno3 Pro and the Enco wireless headphones. Over to you.
Thanks, Madhura. I just took a break to have a glass of water. Before the big reveal, I would like to summarize the key features that we spoke about the Reno 3 Pro for all of you. The all-new Reno 3 Pro will come with the world's first 44-megapixel dual punch-hole camera with ultra-night and video bokeh mode. The Reno 3 Pro's rear camera module includes the 13-megapixel telephoto lens, the 64-megapixel ultra-clear primary lens, 2-megapixel mono lens, and 8-megapixel ultra-wide-angle lens. And of course, it offers 5x hybrid zoom and up to 20x digital zoom. It is powered by the latest MediaTek Helio P95 and is equipped with an impressive 4025 milliampere battery that is coupled with a 30-watt VOOC flash charge 4.0. So finally, the moment all of you have been waiting for. The all-new Reno 3 Pro 8 plus 128 GB will be going on sale and will be available at stores at a price of, any guesses? Anyone? Sorry, I didn't hear that. Any guesses? Sorry, I didn't hear it, right? Any guesses? Anyone? No guesses from this side? Okay, so the price is 3, 2, 1. It's 29,990. And the OPPO Reno 3 8 plus 256 will be available for, He's right, gentlemen. It is 32,990. Pre-orders are now open for the 8 plus 128 GB variant, and sale commences from 6th of March. The OPPO Enco W31 will be up for grabs at 4,499. The OPPO Enco free true wireless headphones will be available also from 4th of March for 7,990 rupees. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, and thanks again, and have a lovely evening ahead. Thank you for joining us.
Sumit. See, we can't let you go. You have to stay back on stage because now we've spoken so much about the phone. We've shown them videos. It's time now to reveal the phone. Actually show them the device.
You must.
So I'd like to invite on stage Mr. Elvis Jo, President of OPPO India. Mr. Taslim Arif, Vice President of OPPO India and R&D Head. Along with our experts, Dabu Ratnani, Manish Arora and Arun Maini. Gentlemen, on the count of 3, I'd like you to reveal and show the world the OPPO Reno 3 Pro. 3, 2, 1. Here's the thing, I want to be a part of the action as well, so I have got my device with me. And if you don't mind, can I have a selfie with all of you? And now we can't leave them behind, can we? So how about a group feed? I'm going to come in front. I'd like you to be behind me. And can we have the audience in the back make a lot of noise? Woo! Thank you very much, gentlemen. Thank you so much for doing the honors. Thank you. That was indeed exciting, ladies and gentlemen. And now let me tell you about the offers. On the first 3 days of the sale, the device will be available offline at a 10% cashback applicable on the HDFC Bank debit credit cards. Further, on the first day of the sale, customers can purchase Reno3 Pro at a zero down payment from Bajaj Finserv, HDB Financial Services, IDFC First Bank, and HDFC Bank. Moreover, customers purchasing Reno3 Pro offline will get complete damage protection, and 1,000 lucky customers will also get a chance to get their hands on Enco-free true wireless headphones. From 2nd March, customers can pre-book the device online with a 10% instant bank discount on Yes Bank credit cards, as well as HDFC Bank credit and debit cards. Additionally, OPPO is also offering limited quantity of OPPO wireless speakers at only 1 rupee, and OPPO Enco free true wireless headphones at a discount price of 2,000 rupees on the purchase of the Reno3 Pro. Big round of applause. Those are amazing offers. This has been fun. In fact, this afternoon has been truly spectacular. OPPO's Reno3 Pro marks yet another milestone in OPPO's innovation in India. A journey, ladies and gentlemen, that is set to continue. Leaving you with this thought, I'd like to thank all of you for being here on this very, very special day. The Experience Zone is now open for you to get your hands on an OPPO Reno3 Pro. I'm sure you're going to have a fantastic experience. Afterwards, please do join us for lunch, which is served in the pre-function area. Thank you for being an enthusiastic and a lovely audience. Goodbye and have a lovely day ahead.